Hello and welcome to GTAAP.
GTAAP.
We are exploring what Kaz is cell phone.
Yeah, it's just a new world.
You're new to smartphones, right?
Ish.
Yeah, I mean, because before this is your first iPhone, right?
Yes, it
and
is.
before you had a Windows phone.
I did.
Right, so like I said, you're new to smartphones.
Oh, that's mean.
Oh. It's just funny to beat up. I thought Windows Phone was fine, but it's dead, so moving on.
I like my Windows Phone.
So we're going to take a look at, okay, I'm going to continue the douchebag train. The first meaningful game released for iOS, because Nintendo made it, and Nintendo makes real games.
Wait, so you're going to say there's no other meaningful game before Nintendo?
No, we certainly haven't covered any, like Deus Ex or anything, so I don't, at any level, think that they're... No, that's not true. No, I really do think this is the first attempt to make not a cash-in, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, Mario, I feel, is like Nintendo trying to bring the Mario experience to this particular platform. A lot of games I've really enjoyed on iOS are either native to it, so they weren't trying to copy what you play on traditional games, or they were cash-ins. Like, I loved EA's way back when, Mirror's Edge, but Mirror's Edge was totally a...
Oh, yeah, but...
It had that big asterisk of cell phone game.
It doesn't mean that they're not meaningful, though.
And I think that games are getting less meaningful as we go forward, as more of them just become like casino-type experiences.
Yeah, all right. So
we'll talk about that a little bit. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But this game's pretty cool.
I got all sorts of coins here.
Look at all this stuff.
So you played this a little bit, right?
I've played a pretty good amount of it, yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you've gotten into it as much as like I got into it when it first came out. Really,
this is the part I haven't gotten into at all.
So this is Mario Run. This is kind of like the overworld screen here. You can kind of build this up. You can see I've kind of built a red section and a blue section.
I got you.
Yes. So
keep them separated. I see.
Yeah.
Hey, you get a red and a blue hanging out and being friends. You know that's going to cause trouble later.
Segregating the toads here.
Yeah, I was going to say keep the ghettos clean, right?
That's terrible and funny. You can see it's just kind of basic kind of like a little world building thing. You can kind of get more areas and things. But,
wait. So you got the red ghetto, the blue ghetto.
I haven't gotten on this.
And then over here it's just like other.
I haven't gotten far enough to build up a green, yellow, and purple
No.
Right?
I'm saying this is your most morally ambiguous. Like this is fine. That's the way people were meant to be. Mixing the gene pools.
You're awful.
In the way that toads mate.
Jeez, what, they just throw spores at each other?
Yeah, is it like just like a salt shaker? Like they just like bash their head towards something?
I'm assuming as much.
The underside of their head, technically, that's where the spores are.
Yeah.
They just open up their hats
and it just dumps out like
right into the other one's mouth or something.
Like
they seem androgynous.
Like dandruff, it's just coming out like dandruff.
Oh, yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna start a little bit. We're gonna start with the tour. Tour is your basic single player mode.
This is where I spent most of my time.
Yeah, this is where you spend, I think, most of your time. I'm just going to go through the first world.
Okay.
Before I start out. And then we'll do a rally or two just so you guys can see that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, most likely if you have an Android phone or an iPhone, you can check this out, because I think it came out for Android not that long ago.
No, it wasn't.
Sure it's out for it.
It wasn't terribly long ago, you're correct.
But the thing about it that okay, bashing and joking aside, like, I think the thing about it is, I think they did an amazing job making Mario for this platform. With the fact that it's a one-handed controls, it's still about the advancement. A lot of people said, oh, it's not like Mario because you can't go backwards. And I go, well, you couldn't in the first one after you passed a certain place. And the other thing is, this isn't all that different from auto-scroll levels.
Yeah, it's very much like that.
So I think it's pretty cool, and I think the ways you get backward are pretty clever. I think this is a lot better than any other endless runner I played. And I played a bunch of them, like Cannabit, and I think I played the Sonic Run version of this, Temple Run. I don't know, I'm not very hot on mobile gaming.
So why is that? Is that just because
there was
pay to play kind of thing?
Well, I think because in the beginning, like the first... Okay, so if we say that mobile gaming really got started in the 2000s, right, with cell phone games, I did enjoy some cell phone games, like, for flip phones, I'm talking about, like, Splinter Cell and Assassin's Creed, and some of these like 2D platformer for like major games at the time. I thought those were kind of cool, and they knew the limitations of the platform, right? So you did these kind of more methodical, sometimes turn-based like platformer stuff because, well, the processors of old phones couldn't do much.
Yeah.
Then you got to like when like 2007, 8, and 9 when the iPhone shows up. And you see some pretty clever ideas, but a lot of them are marred by trying to give you like on-screen control sticks and trying to make them like console games, which they can't be because they don't have buttons.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's a nice little middle step, like say 2010 to about 2012, where like some of the most clever things were coming out from these systems. Right? Android kind of hit its stride. The App Store was popular, but it wasn't all the way out. And you see things like one of the games I play the most, which is like the Pinball Arcade, for instance, which is this like pinball museum.
Like the FX pinball sort of.
Well, there was FX as well. Pinball Arcade I played more because it's based on real tables, whereas Pinball FX is sort of these fantasy tables, which are both cool in their own right. But like that was where you had like some console level graphics, like it looked like a Vita game or a PS3 game on a handheld, but it also was using touch controls that were smart.
Okay.
There's a couple other that came out around that same time, like the Telltale ports were pretty good to the iPad, stuff like that. But I feel like in the last 2-3 years, like thanks to things like Clash of Clans and Candy Crush and Game of War, Art of War, or whatever it's called, whatever mashing of adjectives Korea figured out. They're gambling machines. Like they're based on the same exact mathematics and social engineering as gambling games.
Okay.
And I don't like the game playing me. That sounds cliche, but like I just all these timers and stamina bars and come back later or buy a box, or also if you want power-ups you have to buy them as a blind box, and if you buy them as a blind box there's a good chance you're gonna get screwed. Like the freemium, the free-to-play entrapments.
Yeah, well.
In a bubble. So, yeah, and I think the whole point about it is, we've talked about this in other video games, grinding doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, you're not grinding.
I don't care about making the numbers go up. I've never cared about the numbers going up. I'm never going to care about the numbers going up. So, most of these games, I will never be a whale for them.
There's a reason why I do the grinding when we do Pokemon, essentially. Like, when we get stuck, I off camera, I'm the one who usually does the grinding.
Yeah, and it's fine. Like, great example. So I was watching today, which dates when this was made. The Mass Effect has just started out with, like, giving gameplay series, like, here's our gameplay systems.
Yeah.
They're releasing those videos, and the first one was about combat. And I just realized that, I don't know, in some weird ways I'm checking out certain video games in a way, because they were talking about the combat and how much more, like, dynamic and fluid it is, and now we don't have any restrictions on what your character can and can't do. You can become a tech, you can become a biotic, you can become a soldier all at the same time. You don't have to, like, class or spec or anything like that. And they're showing this combat, and they're like, yeah, no, there's thousands of weapons combinations, and look how fluid and amazing this is. And I'm just like, yeah, I never played Mass Effect for combat, so I don't care. Combat gets in my way, and it sounds like you made it more complicated and more unavoidable.
Yeah, but I think it's still a necessary thing to do, though. I think
So easy.
Well, I think there's still going to be enough in a game like Mass Effect that you can. That yes, the combat's going to be there, but I think there's going to be a lot of other stuff going in there too, especially with the whole like crafting system that they're going to have and everything like that. I think there's going to be more to it than.
I hope so, but I'll give you an example. So, I loved Mass Effect 1 all the way around. Mass Effect 2 was fine, but I was complaining a little bit about like how my gun suddenly had ammo, and I didn't like that. And then Mass Effect 3 was a shooter, to the point it had multiplayer, and I had to turn it all the way down to casual because the combat was getting in so much in my way. So hopefully they still have like casual and stuff, but I guess what the point is, I realized that other than maybe the Halo series, I've never played a game for its combat. Like, just the moment-to-moment, skill-based action of the combat system doesn't do anything for me. And I realized maybe that's why, like, I don't get into online games at all. Yeah. Like, even a game like Overwatch, I can enjoy, but I don't play it hardly at all anymore. And part of the reason is because, okay, I shoot a guy, big deal. I do that in every other game. What is the point of me shooting people? And at least Overwatch tries, but many games just are like, well, because that's the game. I'm like, well, or I could go do something like bowling and, you know, at least do something physical if I'm going to be just doing random skill. I don't know. I just, that's a me thing. And that's not some sort of lambasting of the industry. That's where I think most gamers are, and that's totally fine. But I'd rather go, I'm weirdly younger in my own head. I'd rather go play like Minecraft and just build random stuff and have maybe no challenge whatsoever. The challenge is whatever I make it up to be.
Gotcha. So we're gonna challenge other people.
Nice segue.
So Toad Rally, you go in here and you can basically race ghosts.
Yeah.
Of other people. You earn toads, and that's how you earn the ability to build more stuff in your overworld.
Sure.
So we're gonna go through and
we're gonna go be
take out some randoms here.
I think the cool thing is I love the ghost is fairly accurate, so you can really kind of like, I've definitely found different ways to accomplish the levels based on what the ghost did.
Oh yeah.
Like, where did the ghost go? And then you find out, oh, you can go down there, huh? That's pretty cool. You also find out that there are definitely some levels where dying strategically is very useful.
Yes and no. I mean, I'm a guy. I like to get out ahead.
That's fine. Oh, just last real quick rant about like narrative. That's also why I'm pretty confident in it, but like Zelda scares me a little bit because Game Informer's been doing a series of interviews with Aonuma and Miyamoto, and they had one thing that was like about story. And like Miyamoto's like, some people have said that I don't really care about story. And that's true. And I'm like, oh. And he's like, but, you know, I just don't want the story to get in the way of the game. And I'm like, I play games because of story. If that makes any sense. And Zelda's never been totally devoid, but I'm definitely someone who, like, Link having a voice would be cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done with silent protagonists. It's just an interesting break in the industry. And you can see that the funny thing about it is everyone must have at least enough 50-50 because, like, for years, Call of Duty and Battlefield have wanted to get rid of, like, single-player mode.
Oh, yeah.
But you can see, like, they got tons of backlash and probably limited some of the sales of, like, Battlefront for Star Wars because there wasn't something for what must be a very nice, what is a very big chunk of your audience, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think when he says he doesn't have to want to worry about the storyline, I think he's thinking back to, like, the original Mario. Like, you go into the original Mario, you don't want to sacrifice that gameplay for the sake of a story.
I understand. But I guess the thing is, like, I look at something like what we're playing right now, and I go, that's what I think, that's when I think of skill-based, this is what I think of. Just simple sort of, like, pressing the button in fun time, right? When I think of, like, combat systems in a modern shooter, I'm like, that's just really complicated for something that's not a real skill. It's one thing if it's serving a purpose, like, I love, obviously, a very technical game like Mirror's Edge. But that's because I really like why I'm doing this. It's terrible this game compared to you.
I beat the crap out of your ghost all the time. Kind of make me say it once we get up there.
Probably not, but... That's because, great example. Why haven't I played the Rush very much? Because I want to beat all the levels. That's why I'm here, is the accomplishment of beating all the levels. Oh, there are clouds up there. I'm like, how did you do that? I don't think I've ever fired that thing other than 45. But yeah, I think this game is quite a lot of fun, and I think it's the perfect example of taking a traditional game and adapting it to that platform.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, they did a great job. And sorry we haven't really been talking about this game very much during this episode, but yeah, like they took kind of some of the simplicity they learned from Mario Maker a little bit, and kind of made this, and kind of took some of the stuff that they took from that and made this into a good game.
Yeah.
Yay. We got one more here. See if we got a friend up here.
Okay. And
nope.
no.
What do I play?
What kind of level are we not seeing? Are you done an underground one yet?
Let's do underground. Check this one.
I don't think we did one you were showing. Maybe I'm wrong.
I can't remember.
I was busy ranting, so. So, I guess here's something about this. Do you like this being the new Super Mario Brothers style?
Oh yeah, because I don't think it works any other way.
A lot of people just seem to be like very over that art style, which I feel is sort of silly because I'm like, well, that's what it's gonna look like.
Yeah,
They're not gonna go back to sprites.
Yeah, exactly. Well, here's my you can't the wall jumping and everything else that goes here. You can't put that in the sprites at that point. Like, it's just,
Right.
Unfortunately, it's just not how. It's not how this game really works. That's a mistake.
Oh, I wouldn't even talk about how amazing some of the extra moves he gets, like the vaulting over things. Like, you know, the first time I played this game, my mind breaking of like, whoa, 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 whoa. I ran into a Goomba and didn't die. I don't understand. Because you can just hop right over them, which is makes them even more useless and insulting for them to exist. But pretty cool.
There we go. So we got another win on that one.
I think you might. I think you did.
I don't know. I got pretty
You're
far.
pretty good at this game.
Although I will say, Matt, who's been on the channel, who's currently chained up in the basement playing Mass Effect,
Yep.
He got really good at this for a while as well. I know he kept challenging me to stuff. Oh, I don't know, dude. Yeah, I got the crap beat on me on that one.
That's what I talk about again. That strategic death thing. It's like being ahead doesn't mean you win.
Yeah. So that's just my stuff.
Too bad. Well, it's good. It shows what happens.
So
He steals your population.
So I lose a little bit of toads there. Go to the kingdom, see if anything fun happens from all the toads I got. Yay!
You finish your daily toad rally.
Ooh, wait, something's happening.
Hey,
Hey, I went up to level 17.
nice.
Oh,
Hey.
we got a new. Toad. Yeah, it's, you know what? For a long time, it was Yoshi was the most annoying creature in the Mushroom Kingdom. I think Toad is slowly but surely taking that.
Because just the way he screams.
Yes, exactly. It's just awful. So.
And the fact he's been dehumanized. Like, there isn't a Toad anymore.
Oh yeah, there's just Toad is a race more so than anything else. Yeah,
Toad's a completely replaceable non-person.
I can get a bridge too, so I have a new section here.
Rainbows?
Uh-huh. Yeah, Rainbow Bridge, it's like Norse mythology.
The Bifrost.
Yeah, look at that.
That's a harp. You can tell that we're being awesome.
So I can go. Oh.
Hey!
Jeez, man. I can't get it. There's special buildings.
Hey, look, you can build a new ghetto.
Oh.
This is going to be the purple ghetto, the green
I
ghetto.
haven't decided it. I don't know. We're going to have to do some work on that.
And you can keep
figure
those
it out.
yellow heads over there. Like, what do you...
Alright, we're going to end it on that note.
What?
Don't
They're
forget-
toads. We just said they're not human.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this. We're going to be checking out some mobile games for a little bit here. We got a bunch of them to go through, so for GTAAP, I'm Kaz.
And I'm back.
And don't call toads yellowheads.
Or purple heads. Or green heads. Red heads.
I think, well, if he's a ginger, you call him a redhead.
I guess that's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for being salty.
Like Fritos.
Like the barbecue ones. The ones you can't eat the whole bag of.
Well, you can't.